Good morning, everybody. Here we are at the Oregon coast. Normally I wouldn't say this, but yay for cloud coverage. I can see the computer screen. Anyway, if you'd like to let me know that you're there, put thumbs up, put some hearts because I love your hearts. And by the way, it's Wednesday morning. It's 8:30 a.m. and I'm still Cherry Divine. Thank you for your questions. And, I absolutely adore technology. It allows me to take you with me to the various places I travel. And this particular week, I have a granddaughter and one of her friends with me, and we are in Pacific City, Oregon. Yesterday was beautiful, it was sunshiny, and today, not so much, but it's a blessing. Anyway, I see Heidi, I see Nancy. Oh, look at this, glasses on, I can read it. Now, I'm going to start with a couple of questions. The first one is Christine's, and it's, should I go back to work or back to school? Which would be more rewarding and which would be more lucrative? This is the thing, is both are very rewarding, and in the long run, the extra schooling will be more lucrative. For whatever reason I got is, why are you having to make a choice? Why is it you cannot have a side business yet go into schooling for something that really advances you? Christine, you have a beautiful mind. It's active. It is involved, and you have a passion and a drive for life that you haven't actually recognized. And it does show the idea of having a business of your own, one that you love, not one that you have to do, that you've looked at and said, oh, this one will make me money. That's not going to take you where you want to go. I want you to look at your passions, write your passions down. What is it that brings you joy? What brings you happiness? Step a little bit out of your head, because you let it go into your mind and then it starts twirling on you and you aren't able to set one thing down. So just write out, my passions, my joy are, and start listing them. Then take a break. Go back later, narrow it down, because it shows about 10 things on the page. Get it down to 5, then get it down to the top 3. You love supporting people. You love supporting yourself in a very healthy, wonderful way. There are many, many businesses, online businesses, that assist you in bringing health and nutrition and goodness to people. Look at that. I have a bunny that just hopped into my campground. That's the one thing about Cape Kiwanda. We have these cute little bunny rabbits everywhere. Anyway, back to Christine. I got sidetracked. Oh, there's a rabbit. There actually is. We're going to have a little fun with this. Anyway, Christine, it does show taking some business classes, some marketing classes, that sort of thing. That's what I'm saying, is you can start a wonderful business, but then get the knowledge you need to take it forward. Don't worry about the first few steps being hard, because you get into your head. Let it just move forward. And we're at the perfect time for this tomorrow. So this is good, because all of this has been brewing in your mind. Now, I am going to go on to Heidi's question. Now, Heidi asked, and I am reading off my phone. See, there is a phone. And it says, I am on the brink of an awakening or a midlife crisis. How do I recognize the difference, or should I really care? I love it that you recognized the, or should I even care? What is a midlife crisis other than your internal essence saying it's time for change? When we stay in this one state and just move forward in a very monotonous way, many of us start feeling compressed and as if we're suffocating in life. And that's because we're holding on to the old, not allowing ourselves to grow and move forward. Let yourself focus on the joy of this and the fun. That seems to be the theme right now, is joy, fun, love. Support yourself in it. Let your spiritual walk actually be something that you embrace. Look out at the positives in it and really move forward. again, there's writing down seems to be a good thing. And Heidi, for you, start journaling a little bit. Notice when you feel open and free, and then when you get back into the old compressed feeling. Look at what no longer serves you, what it is it's okay to let go of. Again, don't hold so tight to what was or how the status quo is. Instead, remind yourself there's this beautiful world you're creating in, and that will allow you to move forward and embrace it. So I wouldn't worry about it. I just go with the flow and allow yourself to embrace all that you're experiencing. And remember, when you're in your spiritual walk, it doesn't mean that everything's going to be positive and fabulous and fun all the time. You'll go into the depths of yourself so you become more aware of what is inside of you and what's been actually creating the creating force from the back of the mind or autopilot. You'll have old emotions come up. It's visit those, see what they're there, let yourself actually feel them, and then let the energy of the old emotion go. This will carry you forward. When you try to deny, the emotional ups and downs, you just compress yourself. You don't allow yourself to move forward. You stop. And you'll recognize when you feel stopped, because it's like you have this big obstacle in your path and you can't move by it. It's like pressing your shoulder against it and it's going nowhere. Step back, breathe, ask what's going on with you, and let yourself look into it. And do it with, it does show, Heidi, you need some solitude now and then, where you can actually just identify what's going on with you. It's like you're outside looking at everybody else so much that you forget about you. Glasses on, I see a question. Candy wrote, well, last minute decision to move to Phoenix area. And Jamie, we are leaving today. I would love some insight on this move. Can you believe it? Hope all is well. Oh my goodness, girl, you keep going. This is perfect. And see how you're being supported through all of this. This is an adventure for you and Jamie. Again, as soon as I started to say this, the voice started to go out. So start practicing speaking your truth and in your voice. That's going to allow you to move forward. Really let yourself set up your life. You're not running away, you're running to. There's a difference. It's as if you've released an old shackle. And that's what I see. You've taken a shackle off, you've set it aside, and now you're going to have fun with it. This is exciting. This is a really good time to do this. And I'm sending you love and support. You know that. Now, and Brenda says, I feel like something wonderful is just around the corner. We have our home on the market, still not sure where to look, though. Any insight? When change is here, we'll feel it, and that around the corner feeling comes, and we're like, ah! So what I want you to do is know that, yes, change is here, and it's a positive change. Your home is on the market. Don't get pulled into the worry part of it. Sit down. This writing thing is really coming up. So you guys, hey, time to put it down into the physical. Where is it you want to go? You haven't identified that. You look around and go here, 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 but where is it you're really drawn to? Where does your heart take you? Your home sells faster than you think, so it's okay. It does feel like you go into a temporary space, so it won't surprise me if you do storage in an apartment for just a little bit. But it's looking at where do you want to go. All of a sudden, Seattle popped in, and then it crossed that one right out. It's way too wet for you there. Anyway, it just, oh my goodness, you also have some tears in there, some leaving what has been behind. So let yourself say your goodbyes and know that you're moving into the next step of your life, and this is perfect. Look in drier climates, that'll be better for you. Now, I'm going to move on to Barbara. Barbara asked, her mother passed, and she asked if there was a message for her, and this is so perfect because all of a sudden, as I got told to switch the channel real quick, a truck went by, and its license plate was 111 AM. Anyway, one, in many people's belief, is a connection to spirit, connection to source. And that's a beautiful interpretation. She's now source energy. She's with the I am. She is the I am, which we all are. And so pay attention to little things like that, because she's sending you messages all the time. I love it because she's showing beautiful, beautiful, brilliant light. I feel love. I feel happiness. I feel just the movement of life. When I first looked at this day and thought, I got a very physical answer, and it said banana nut bread and preserves. And that just told me of home and family, comforts, and she's there with you. She's the I am, and she loves you beyond understanding here in life. What a beautiful way to receive a message. Pay attention to that, all of you who are looking for the loved one's messages. They come in the most simple ways, in ways that touch your heart. Many of you can feel the energy of this now. When we first started today, there was nervousness in the stomachs of many of you. Remember, these are new times, these are wondrous times, and you are creating in the most marvelous of ways. We have mentioned several times to write down today. Why? Because as you're able to look into the physical aspects of it and anchor it in, it allows you to move through the debris of your mind. Let yourself step out of the minds and into the hearts, your heart, for your hearts will guide you to all of the spaces that are perfect for you. When the nervousness comes in the stomach, ask what is there. Change is a constant. Change is. In every moment is a new moment. So let yourself look out at it as delightful. Be the creators you are. And delight in all that you are creating. If you feel as if the life is not supporting you, then look and see inside of yourself where you are not supporting and honoring who you are. Understand your life begins with you. And as you do this and love and honor and support the self, you send out the energy of loving, honoring, and supporting all life, for all life is one. Okay, now I'm going to take one more here. And Sherry is saying, my husband is wanting to know what to do in regards with his job. He's ready to let it go. It doesn't feel like there's another one around the corner, or even where he should seek to look for one. Any insight would be most appreciated. One of the things that's happening with your husband is it's not quite time for him to leave yet. He has some old issues there to resolve, and so that he doesn't take them into the new career, new movement, or see, we're camping. Excuse me. Meg, thank you. Welcome to camping, guys. Anyway, as your husband allows himself to resolve the old issues, I'm looking at where is it he feels that he's been held back, where he hasn't let himself go forward, and what his true interests are. It also feels like the opening doesn't come for the new career for whatever reason. They're showing like March of next year. Now remember, there's no actual time in anything. He can drop forward now quicker, or he can even press it out a little further. But it feels like there's a company that catches his attention towards the end of this year, and by that time he starts moving into actually completing the process that's necessary for it. It won't surprise me if this is a newer company or one that merged with another company, because it's almost like he's going in not at the ground floor, but entry level of the business itself, not his position. So, remind him to really write down his strengths, what his passion is, his focus. He has a lot of very good qualities that will help a company starting up. So I hope that helps him there. Now here I'm going to address this briefly because it's almost time to start moving on with the day. Is tomorrow's the summer solstice, and it's the longest day of the year, the shortest night, and then you guys know, you know what it is. Anyway, in the winter, we go dormant. We go into the shorter, in the inner self, many of us. Spring, we've planted, dreams, hopes, everything that we want. And those are starting to sprout now. And now I understand why they were telling everybody to write everything down, because you went into the depths of who you are. You looked out in the spring as what it is you're choosing to create in your life. Today, tomorrow is the time to send the passion into it, the light into it. Let the sun really send its energy into it. If you are a person who loves to do ceremony, do a ceremony around it. Let a fire, and know that this is the time to really engage in it. With the summer season, there's brilliance of the sun supporting everything you're doing. And when we're doing this, for whatever reason, they're pointing back to farmers. They know that in the fall you till the soil and then everything goes underneath, and spring sprouting, sun moving, and then that's that short period of time to really harvest. And so harvest, you're moving towards your harvest. Let this be the time that supports you. My goodness, your guys' minds are just going around and around and around. It's questions, but what am I sending light into? What am I having the sun support? Step out of your minds. Go into your heart. I planted a dream many years ago, and it goes into its quiet times, and then it comes up and flourishes. I allow light to be there for it. In the quiet times, I do my inner work. Let it be that simple. Christine, career or school? Let your heart decide and send light, sun into it. See the sun mesmerizing and assisting in growth for everything you choose to do. Tomorrow is the solstice. Write on a piece of paper what it is your joy, your passion, your creating is. Then create a small fire and see it as the brilliance of the sun, and set that paper in it, and let the energy of the sun encompass it and bring it forward to grow. Yet you must allow your own energy to move with that growth. For if you set the sun's energy into it and step away, it will stall out again. You deserve to create the lives you choose to have. Let the energy of the sun assist you in creating that. You have planted your seeds. They have sprouted. Carry that and all that you choose to have. Okay, that's basically it today. One of the things when the messages come, the mind's in there also, and it just keeps showing people, and this is one of the things they really want you to know, is yes, put your dreams into what your passion is into that paper, but don't step back. Don't pull your energy out of it. You're creating with your energy in every moment. So let that energy carry it forward. The sun is assisting you. All of the seasons are assisting you. We're in a physical world, but will not do it for you. And that's what some people forget. Well, guys, I think I've got some girls awake. It's time for me to get back to camping, and I will see you next week. Thank you for joining me, and Thank you all. I love you. Mwah.